Hey guys, how's it going? Dev Sports Talk here. There's going to be 5 things that we learned about the Texans in Week 4. The Texans did play the Tennessee Titans this week and they did beat them 27-0. My first reason is Brock can be an excellent passer at times. Brock has the ability to be a good passer, but he just throws the ball a little too carelessly sometimes. As you can see right there, he does throw it well to CJ Fedorowicz, but there are times where he can throw a little off, which I'll show you in a little bit. Number 2 is Texans tight ends are finally valuable. Texans tight ends have never really been valuable on the team before because they've never been targeted or thrown to. In this game, we had a good 50-yard catch by Ryan Griffin, a good catch and run, and we also had a TD throw to CJ Fedorowicz before he went down with an injury. Number 3 is Will Fuller is everything we want him to be. Will Fuller is finally the slot receiver that the Texans have been wanting for so long. They wanted to make Jalen Strong that good slot receiver and Cecile Shorts, but they never worked out the way that Will Fuller will probably work out as. Will Fuller does line up as a wideout, so he does have the ability to be on the outside, just like DeAndre Hopkins. So, with them on opposite sides, they're both a bad force, and either way, whichever the safety goes to, you throw to the other receiver. Will Fuller was knocked in college for not being able to catch with his hands and with his body, but he's done well in the NFL so far. Number 4, his defense is very different without Watt. The pass rush was almost non-existent all game, and as you can see here, most of them are just getting caught up in the line. Mariota had to scramble a few times and actually did gain a lot of yards, but there he threw a careless throw and made a pick. That is one thing that's going to have to change next week in Week 5. Number 5 is Brock still needs time to develop. Many people seem to forget that Brock has only started about 10 games, and in this 10-game span he's about 9-1, sorry. He's about 9-1 within that series, so he's still kind of a little fresh off the bench. He's not really a developed player yet, so he still has time. The Texans did sign him to a mega $1 million contract, so you do expect him to be a lot better than what he is at the moment. He still needs time to groom to be the quarterback of the future. But he does show promise in his throws. He can be a great passer, and he has shown it. He has thrown deep bombs to Will Fuller and DeAndre Hopkins, but he also has thrown a lot of careless picks. As you can tell through some of his picks, which you just saw in the clip before, he just threw it and he tried to force it, and look what happens, it got picked off. As you're going to see in the next clip, it's also the same story. Most of his picks have came off of DeAndre Hopkins, who he tries to force the ball to a lot of times. It almost seems like he just tries to throw it to him just because he feels obligated to throw to DeAndre Hopkins now that he is the number 1 wide receiver. This is not the case because DeAndre Hopkins is a star wide receiver and he can get himself open. Brock Osweiler does not need to be throwing it into holes like that and risk picks. There's a reason why Brock does have 6 touchdowns and 6 picks. It's really because he throws the ball carelessly. But sometimes throwing the ball carelessly can get you scores. But these were the 5 things that we looked out for this week. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments how I did. This is my first video. Thank you guys.